send them promptly and regularly. I don't know that I have a client in here. If I do, please don't answer this question because you already know it, hopefully, if I did my job. Anybody tell me what is wrong with this statement? Well, yeah, and that's true, and we're just kind of cutting off a piece of it, so we'll assume that was on there. You're right, it isn't. Somebody said something over here. Okay. Okay. Good. And did somebody say about when? Yeah. Okay. All right. That's one of the keys. What we found in our studies, we've been doing this for 40 years, and one of the big things, if you have, in a lot of software, this is kind of the template that you get, has the boxes on it. If your software will allow you to remove that, or if you can talk to your software company and see if they can give you a different template, you can find that you can reduce your accounts receivable, past due accounts receivable, by up to 15% by just getting rid of those boxes. And the reason for that is this: if I'm a past due patient, would it be reasonable to say I'm probably past due somewhere else? In a lot of cases. So the squeaky wheel really does get the grease. And so in a case like this, if I get a statement, and this is just human nature, the way psyche works, I get a statement like this, and this particular patient owes $57.97 in the 3160 box. And I look over to the right and I say, well, there's a 60 box and a 90 box and a 120 box. And what that's really telling me is I've got 3 more boxes before I get in trouble, right? And so if I'm juggling to pay bills, yours is going to go to the bottom of the pile because I have 3 more boxes to go. So by removing that and not giving him that option, but as somebody said, dealing with the date, that changes the whole dynamic. So the next one shows that segment of a statement where we've given them an actual due date. That due date now tells them there is something finite about it. It is now a little bit more of a concern, and they have to try to figure out if they can get that into their budget. And whether they can pay you today or not, it takes a different element. At least it's going to be on top of the pile and not on the bottom of the pile. That makes sense? So if you have a way to do that, you want to remove it.
Do you find that due date is better than putting on their payment due receipt?
Yes. That was a good question. Have we found that an actual due date is more effective than even the payment due upon receipt? Again, it's just a psychological thing, but people will look at that as that there's a sliding scale there. If I close my eyes and pretend, I can pretend I didn't really get that for a week or two. And then, it kind of gets in the to be paid pile and whatnot, and eventually it'll work its way through. So, yeah, having a specific date we found to be much more effective.